News allowed Trump to always interrupt and say what he wanted to say. And the one time Harris tried to do it, they wouldn't let her. Really unfair. But what do you think? Edison, what's your take on it?
I agree with you. That was the one thing that really bothered me, other than having to watch Donald Trump for a substantial amount of time. It was, to be honest, it was watching an adult and a child have a debate. The amount of lies coming out of Donald Trump, and for off the bat, I love that Kamala Harris showed the dignity that I expected pre-Trump era of a candidate shaking the hand of the other candidate, showing we're human beings. We're going to debate policy. She walked up. She showed dignity.
I'm on hold, but I'm listening.
And then he just broke apart. He just broke apart and started slinging slurs, talking about migrants. Obviously, his favorite dog whistle as a Mexican. I hear every single one of them. She tried to bring up policy, and I really hate watching these things. I hate watching these things because since Trump, I remember the Romney-Obama debates were watchable because there was policy exchanged, and Trump just does not allow it. It shows that his opponent, in this case, Vice President Harris, had to constantly be rebutting this, throwing jabs at what he's saying, and it's just it's not what the American people deserve. But I'm glad Vice President Harris kept her cool, and Donald Trump just showed that he's Donald Trump. He's this one-trick pony. He knows how to be a racist. He knows how to be a misogynist, and he knows how to lie.
That he does. Gregory, what was your take?
I'm in complete agreement with what you just said. I'm just like on that page entirely. There was one adult in the room, and one of the things, and maybe Lanny being as old as I am, actually a little bit older, you can probably relate to the fact that we're having a discussion about Donald Trump becoming the president of the United States, and the foundation of this discussion is driving me crazy. I mean, the fact that we're actually considering Donald Trump, a convicted felon, as a possible president of the United States is mind-boggling to me. But I mean, aside from all that, what I saw was an angry old man whose sanity is not secure. I mean, he literally does not accept things that are known as facts. And I think it matters. And to have somebody like that as president of the United States, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Well, what scares me is that so many people in this country, when he lies, he espouses all these lies, they believe him. They think what he's saying is the truth. And it's not.
They're getting a different set of information than you and I are getting. I spend some time, I have a YouTube channel now, so I'm watching a lot of conservative pundits talking, and I watch Fox News every once in a while. The information that these people are getting is very different than reality. This is a bubble that they're in. And I really feel for people in middle America who are not highly educated or sophisticated enough to be able to discern what they're hearing between that and fact. And, you know, I feel for them. I really do.
All right, let them know. I'll get these guys off and they can come on. Okay? Hey, listen, Edison, I want you to talk about how young people would see this. Gregory, you're an old person.
Yeah.
We got some other callers wanting to come in. So could you log off and we can bring somebody else on? And Edison, can you talk for just a minute about how young people think are going to see this? And then if you go up and get one of these other callers in. Thanks, Gregory, for taking the time to call in. We really appreciate it.
As a young person, again, well, in my particular case, I'm seeing it from the perspective of what do we gain from these debates? To me, and a lot of young people, a lot of young people are not watching the debate. I would not have watched the debate if I weren't coming onto the show to talk to you about it, because I know exactly who these two people are, and I'm seeing it more from a campaign perspective, the campaign messaging, how they're trying to reach new constituents, how they're trying to strengthen their bases, and I think a lot of young people are really disinterested in the current political climate because of because of Donald Trump right now, very particularly Donald Trump, it makes it very distasteful. It makes it, it's the same debate. We've seen 3 debates that are exactly the same. We saw it with Hillary Clinton, we saw one with Joe Biden, we saw 2 with Joe Biden, and one with Kamala Harris. And there's no debate. There's no policy being discussed. Really, there was no back and forth like, this is a good idea, I counter your idea with another idea. Nothing is being discussed. It's just he makes it so insufferable. And I agree with Gregory when he mentioned that another 4 years of him would just be horrendous. Really, it's just it's distasteful.
What's so frightening is they gave such short shrift to climate change. It was the very end. Very short question is the existential crisis of the world. And for people my age, it isn't going to matter. But for people your age, you're going to be experiencing come 2050 and so on, which is only 20 years from now, and you'll still be alive. You're going to a markedly changed world. It's going to be really, really bad, and it gets such short shrift.
And I know some people are waiting to hop on. The last thing I'll say, as a young person, well, youngish, I know younger people are more interested. They really glossed over the issue of Israel and Palestine, which is a hot topic, very important topic for a lot of young voters. And I know both candidates have made very serious claims on the issue, and it deserved more time, seeing as how it is the war of this era. So. Yeah, I feel like that was a real disservice to everything that's happening, both on the Israeli side and the massive deaths on the Palestinian people's side. So,
well, Edison, thank you for taking the time to call in and enlighten us with your views.
Appreciate you, Lanny.
All right, Eric, who else do we have on the line?
A caller, you're live.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're on. Who is this?
Is this Sylvia?
Hi, Sylvia. How did you like the debate?
Oh man, Trump is a liar. He told many lies. As a woman,
we're having some problem with your cell signal, Sylvia.
I'm sorry, what?
Eric?
We're
having some trouble with Sylvia's thing there. Is there another caller there?
Can you hear me? Not hear me?
No, it's really bad, Sylvia.
Thank you.